So we are fresh back from watching Deadpool 3 at the cinema. The final kind of meetup of Wolverine and Deadpool on the big screen. James, what did you think of this eagerly anticipated movie?
I loved it. I feel like it really did deliver on everything I kind of wanted from it. I think the cameos in it, like not even cameos, but just some of the characters that take part in the story, some of them were quite surprising, and I think it's really well paced. Like it's kind of giving you something and then letting it breathe and then giving you another thing. I think it's just from start to finish, just fantastic. I thought.
Absolutely, and I think we'll get into it in a second because you used the term cameos there, and I think it's fair to say some of these weren't cameos. They were much chunkier
Supporting
parts
characters of the movie, basically.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed this movie. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I think there are some issues with it. But I think we've become very critical of these movies. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of giving it a pass with some of the stuff that I wasn't as keen on. For example, I thought the start was a little, I don't know, it didn't float my boat as massively as previous opening scenes in Deadpool. I love the Celine Dion version and all that kind of stuff. So
I didn't like the dance sequence.
I don't know. It didn't.
I loved it.
It was good. This is what I'm saying. I'm a grumpy old bastard. It was good. And probably just being too negative. But anyway, overall, I thought this was a cracking movie. Great fun. Loved seeing Hugh back on the screen. It's left us wanting more, mind. Are you the same? I don't want this to be the end of Wolverine.
Well, I think it implies that very much that even like we're in spoilers now, are we? We're doing spoilers?
Yeah. Spoilers away, ladies and gents. So,
okay.
Yeah.
The hunter from Loki says you have a part to play still coming. So and Wolverine and Deadpool are together at the end of the movie, and they're still going to be together. So I think it's very clear that they're going to take a part in Secret Wars.
Secret Wars, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're going to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah. But then this movie did quite a lot of the stuff that I thought they were going to say for Secret Wars. So I think the best cameo of the movie I felt, Chris Evans.
Oh, tremendous.
Pops up and he's wearing this blue suit with these red kind of bandages around his hands. So obviously you think, oh, it's Captain America. Oh my God, they got Captain America. And I actually feel so dumb that I fell for it for a minute. And then I start to notice the swoosh and the texturing on the suit. And I'm like, oh my God, he's fucking Johnny Storm, isn't he? And then he does the flame on thing. That's better than I would have imagined that kind of scene playing, you know?
Yeah, I thought that was an incredible cameo. And, surprisingly, I was completely oblivious to that. I thought he was going to show up in Secret Wars, I have to say.
Yeah.
But they've done incredibly well to keep him out of any kind of
100%.
spoilers for this, Yeah. There were a few. Let's talk about some of the sexy characters who turned up, because there were a few here that I'd hoped for, but didn't really think we would get. Blade, fuck me. Wesley Snipes back on screen
with the music and everything.
Oh, the music, some fuckers always trying to ice skate uphill, all that. Again, he was just pitch perfect. But James, the cameo that threw us completely, well, there was two. One was because it didn't happen. I 100% expect Daniel Radcliffe to turn around when there was the patch scene.
But we got...
We're surprised. But we got what?
We got Henry Cavill as...
that's what I was going to say. That was my next one. Henry freaking Cavill.
Which was perfect. Because I know a lot of people wanted him for Wolverine. And I thought that was... But we get the montage, I thought, of him looking for a Wolverine was just flawless, I thought. The first one being a Hugh Jackman, and then he gets off the stool and it's comic accurate height. And you realise how ridiculous that would look in a film then when you see it there. So I thought that was great.
And that entire montage... Sorry, that entire montage was comics, basically. It was
comic covers, basically. Yeah, we got Age of Apocalypse. Yeah. There was the Todd McFarlane Hulk cover.
I wish we'd got more of the Hulk fight.
A little fight scene I was expecting,
Yeah, that would have been nice. But yeah, so in terms of the failings I think Multiverse of Madness had, in terms of not delivering some of the big shock cameos, because they were spoiled probably, to be fair. This one, I think, absolutely did deliver. It punched,
100%.
Well above its weight. I thought you got some great scenes.
I think Multiverse of Madness was missing some surprise characters that we were familiar with, whereas this had that with Elektra. Elektra's in the movie. We knew that going in though.
James, mate. Sorry, Chat Tatum.
That's what I was about to go on.
Oh.
But we also got wish fulfillment. Like they know what the fans, who fans wanted as certain characters. the actors, and we got Channing Tatum as Gambit. And I love, like, it's a recurring joke of just like everyone's talking about their universe and how their universe is gone. It's like mine didn't really get started. That was great. And also, like, I'm assuming they wouldn't have gone comic accurate in his movie. Like, this is not what his movie would have looked like, that character. But they just stuck him in the like classic suit with the head kind of band thing.
Oh, he looked ridiculous. To be let's be honest,
The accent,
his head.
you couldn't understand a word he was saying, but it was great.
It's
I
awful.
was just so happy to see it. Like, good on him.
I thought he was amazing. We've got a good selection of kind of X-Men characters thrown in there. We've got Sabretooth. I wish we'd had a bit of Liv, I have to say. From the X-Men.
Liev Schreiber,
Wolverine. Yeah, Liev Schreiber. I wish we had a bit of him. But it was nice to see Tyler back, you know.
Ray Park back as Toad, which I knew it was Toad. I didn't know it was Ray Park, actually.
Oh, was it Ray Park? I didn't realise it was Ray Park.
Yeah. And it's Kelly Hu as Lady Deathstrike as well, which I was looking at her thinking it was a different actress, so...
I didn't realise it was Ray Park. Oh,
yeah,
that's very
Diesel is in there. Like, there's a lot of I heard Bullseye is there. I didn't see a Bullseye, but
I didn't see a bullseye, but I'm going back tomorrow night with my mates to watch it
100%,
again. So I'll be watching out for all the stuff.
Yeah.
The Deadpool Corps was pretty interesting. I quite liked some of the characters in there.
I was surprised at their role in the story. I thought it was going to be Deadpool recruiting all of them, not have a big fight sequence with them against Deadpool. But like, there's some cool, like, Blake Lively. Everybody was going on who's playing Lady Deadpool, and she's not really in the. She only has a couple lines, but it is Blake Lively. Matthew McConaughey as Western, like, cowboy.
Yeah.
Deadpool was really funny. Someone noteworthy plays the head, like Headpool. I think they call him the zombie head. Can't remember who. But they were fun. I like their kind of role, and I think, like, one of the best action sequences, and there's some amazing ones in this. But there's kind of like this old boy style tracking shot from the side of Deadpool and Wolverine fighting them all, just slaughtering them all. And oh my god, I think I have a new favorite on-screen costume now. That cowl looks phenomenal. Like, it's
So my
a waste
problem-
that they've not had it so far.
My problem is I've bought the hot toy and I've gone for the special edition because I want it displayed with Hugh Jackman's head sculpt, because the head sculpt is so good. I can't do that. I'm going to have it with the cowl on.
Yeah, I think so. Just when he
cowl just
pulls
looks
it up,
amazing.
it was just like a yes. And I kind of forgotten about the cowl, like, for the whole movie, pretty much. And then when he pulls it up, I'm like, oh my god. And it just looked incredible. And it was like, oh my god, that's Wolverine on the screen, you know? It was just brilliant.
And you know what? This film has got lots of heart to it. I think, you know, as we're used to now with Deadpool, but it's got a lot of silliness, fun, great kind of breaking reality jokes backwards and forwards. I loved it when sexy, handsome Deadpool did his look at the camera and broke the film. That was just hilarious. Yeah.
It was like, that's not for the whole thing. I love that he's like, suck it, Fox, I'm going to Disneyland. And smashes the camera. That was great.
My only negative, and again, I feel like I'm being a grumpy old bastard. My only negative is, I would say, Cassandra Nova was okay as a villain, but she wasn't particularly memorable.
I didn't go in really expecting much anyway. It's not her movie. It's very much Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds' film. Absolutely. You don't want the villain to overshadow them, I think. So I didn't mind. I thought she was suitably threatening, and the actress did a good job. But, like, I wasn't expecting
Loved
too
the
much.
British guy, mind. Loved the British guy. I thought he was hilarious.
Matthew McFadden is Paradox.
Yeah, Paradox. I enjoyed his performance.
He was good. He was funny. I liked when he got punched in the face. But he was just kind of good kind of Mobius alternative.
Yeah,
I was wondering why they didn't use Mobius, but now I realize, because they wanted a villainous kind of thing.
So yeah, okay, James, we'll call it there. I thought this was a great movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm definitely, well, I am. I've booked to go back and see it again tomorrow night, and I will see it on repeat, I'm sure, multiple times. We're going to do a live show to go into a bit more detail on our thoughts about it, probably with some of our other YouTube pals. But just summarising, your final thoughts on this movie. What did you think?
This very much does feel like X-Men No Way Home. I think it is that kind of. I feel very much how I felt watching Spider-Man No Way Home, the nostalgia and the kind of wish fulfillment and all of that. So if you like No Way Home, you're gonna love this. But I think No Way Home, a lot of people have soured on over time, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be the case with this. But right now, having just seen it today, absolutely loved it. I thought it was a blast, start to finish. I can't wait to see it again, because it's like sometimes in action sequences, there's so much going on, you can't even focus on one thing. So. this is gonna be a fun one when it comes out on like Blu-ray to pause and see all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited for that. So yeah, it's well done. This is I think this is the best Marvel movie in a while, or the most I've enjoyed one in a while.
Actually, you know, just with you saying that, James, just before we'll call it there, I'm surprised at how much Marvel allowed this to take the piss out of Marvel. I mean, criticizing the multiverse.
They called the MCU shit, basically, the last few movies.
Yeah.
We haven't
they didn't shy away from that.
Yeah, that was great. So yeah, I was surprised, but good on them, like that they kind of were able to have a laugh with that. Also, just before we go, another joke that was funny was when Wesley Snipes said, "I'm the only Blade that there will ever be." And then looks at the camera, I was like, "Are you confirming there's not going to be a Blade movie or something?" Yeah, that was fun.
Very cool. Very cool. If you've not seen it yet, I mean, Howie, anybody watching this channel will have seen it, I'm sure. But if you've not seen it, make sure you get to see this at the big screen because it's brilliant on the big screen. And thanks very much for watching, everybody. That's your whack. We'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Perfect.